Either all of them are okay, or none of them are okay. It's either all okay, or none of it's okay.
Idub says that, but like, would he feel the same way if somebody was yelling at a black kid who was on their property and calling them the N-word? No, he probably wouldn't say that that's okay. He's talking about like the N-word specifically, as if you can't say it, which I'm gonna go ahead and let all you guys know. You can say the N-word whenever you want. At the end of the day, it's always so confusing to me. It's like, what are you complaining about? That people get upset at you for saying something? Because people have the right to get upset at you for saying something if they don't like it. I'm sorry, that's part of the deal. You say things and maybe people don't like you because of it. That's the argument everybody sort of fixates on, but I also think it's the dumber one. That one had no effect on my little brain. As a dumb kid, the part that really stuck in my brain was this idea of sort of depowering the N-word.
I remember initially hearing the word cunt and how awful that sounded, but I've used it so frequently that it means fucking nothing to me now. Cunt. Cunt. Tech cunt. Tech cunt here. Okay, cunt. So all of you people out there who hold these words at such high esteem, you are giving it the power that you so desperately want it to not have.
That argument at the time, that checked the box for me. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Of course, I wasn't bright enough at the time to realize that there were, in fact, if you can believe it, there were periods of time where people were throwing out the N-word willy-nilly. It didn't even matter, okay? They were throwing nillies here, nillies there. It turns out that actually, that was a pretty racist time. Because here's the thing. The way Idubbbz is talking about the N-word is like it's saying fuck, right? Like, if everybody said fuck all the time, then yeah, fuck becomes not as extreme. It doesn't really mean that much. But the thing is fuck isn't a slur. The only power that like constant use takes away from the N-word is its ability to just be offensive to the average person. But the thing is at any time, if it was used in the right context, it would be a slur again, and it would take on the same dehumanizing qualities that it had before everybody was saying it, except now it's not an indicator that the person using the word is a freak. The logic of the video does almost make sense a little bit if you just imagine that black people don't exist. You know, it's a video about the N-word, but he just doesn't talk about black people ever. Like, they just aren't a part of the equation. It's only people who think you should be able to say the N-word, and then white people who are offended by it. And black people, they're not even a part of the fucking discussion. Maybe it's not that bad of a thing that some language might exist that immediately indicates to you that somebody's racist. The real argument, of course, the best argument for not saying the N-word, and the most obvious one, but also the one that I feel like you're least likely to consider if you're a 14 or 15-year-old, is that you shouldn't do things that make people feel bad. There's a 100% chance that you're going to make somebody uncomfortable, or maybe even make somebody like a little bit scared, right? It's a fucking asocial freak thing to do, to be saying the N-word out loud in public. And if you're already willing to break social taboos in this way, who knows what kind of shit you might get up to, you know? You're a freak. If you need a really selfish reason, yeah, that's why, right? You don't want to be seen as a freak. You don't want everybody to think you're a racist little freak. A lot of people, especially if you are like 14 or 15, won't tell you. They're too scared, or they don't know how to stand up for themselves, and they won't tell you that you're making them uncomfortable. If you're using the N-word in your casual conversation, you're gonna make somebody feel uncomfortable. You're gonna make somebody feel bad. If you're cool with that, then go ahead. But if that's something that you don't want to do, then just don't say it.